Hi, my name is Pat Necerato from UltimateSalesFormula.com. Why is it so important to have a believable selling philosophy in your club? Why not just advertise prices, give people a tour, show them your rates, and just enroll them off the street? Well, you may be saying, well, that's exactly what we do. We show the club, we do a little sales presentation, maybe offer a discount here or there, and then hopefully people join our club. Now, do you ever wonder why health clubs appear for a little while, and then after a few years, they end up closing their doors or going out of business, only to have another club open in either the same location or a nearby area and just repeat the process? You see, the primary determining factor of your survival as a club is your enrollment process and your selling philosophy. It can all be tied into these two areas because these two areas determine the type of member that you're going to enroll and what their attitude will be during their membership. Now let me explain. When the average prospect enrolls at a fitness center that doesn't have a believable, logical enrollment process and selling philosophy, the person sees the membership value as insignificant. Now, this is bad because if your people just walk into your club and join for any old reason without being exposed to a proper membership selling philosophy, the average member, after the initial excitement of the purchase or the idea of exercise wears off, they end up ceasing from exercise and not using the club at all or very rarely. Now, this usually happens within the first couple of weeks for 80 to 90% of the members that you enroll. Now, typically the average cycle goes like this. A person joins a club impulsively for a low price or some other instant gratification. They use it a few times in the first couple of weeks or the first month. They pay for it for several months even after they've stopped using it, and then they finally realize they've been paying for something that they're not really using. Now, they outwardly or maybe secretly complain to people to the health club, or they complain about the club and they desire to cancel. And they say this, I want my money back, I want to cancel. See, in their mind, subconsciously, they're thinking, how dare that club continue to charge me every month even when I'm not using it? Well, it gets worse. When they find out they can't cancel or they can't receive their money back, they become even more disgruntled, most of them silently, don't get me wrong. They finish out their contract, they cancel, and then they tell everyone, when they talk about the club, how your club or that club didn't work for them. In essence, they blame the club, and this happens repeatedly, and then eventually the area becomes burned out. I watch this happen for over 20 years, and I see it happen over and over in clubs right in my own neighborhood. The third small club in 3 years just opened about a block from my house. You see, in a nutshell, people join for the wrong reasons because they're enrolled improperly by the club. They don't use the club after that, and because it's really not important to them in the first place, they blame the club when they fail. And what happens is the geographical area of these clubs get burned out, and eventually the clubs go out of business or they operate on low to zero profit, just sporadically trying all these techniques. See, when the person that cancels gets the exercise bug a few years later, they don't go back to that club that didn't work for them. Instead, they go to the new, latest club around, and they just repeat the cycle. Repeat this in the average town over and over, and this is why you see the average club close down after a short time. There are very few exceptions, but this is the general rule. And again, I can't tell you how many times I personally witnessed this over and over in the course of my career in the fitness industry. Now, to avoid this, it comes down to this very next statement. Are you willing to put a real selling philosophy into place, a real enrollment process into place that not only attracts a serious-minded member, puts them in the right mindset to use the club, but they also join on their first time in, they stay a member, pay their dues, and refer their friends. And when they do cancel, because all members cancel, they'll come back to you to re-enroll in the future. The Ultimate Health Club Sales and Retention Formula is the complete system that gives you everything to do this. It's everything you need to implement a proper enrollment process and selling philosophy that will allow you to double your sales numbers within the next 6 months and literally blow away your competition regardless of your club's size, features, services, or facilities. Any size club can use it. It requires no experience. You just have to be committed in applying it. I used it for 15 years in every situation imaginable. Small club, big club, ugly club, pretty club. There's nothing like it, and I believe even some of the best health club gurus out there have never even heard of it or have used this. Now, after years of research and writing, I finally put the whole thing together in one complete package. You can see it at ultimatesalesformula.com. My name is Pat Necerato. Thanks and have a great day.